It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix in Las Vegas at Circa Las Vegas for their Ultimate Contest weekend. They've got a Radio Row here, and, we were talking about you run into friends that you see once or twice a year. So now we could say 3 times because the great Michelle Beadle, you just got off the air.
Yes.
With Mad Dog Radio,
Yep.
and you're ready to hit the bar, and you're like, man, let's go on with the
I can't
Blitz.
believe there's a bar next to you guys.
Well, they know
I didn't even
Reinagel.
see that.
I know.
They know Reinagel.
No, my vice here is stupid slot machine.
Well,
that's my vice.
I have a lot of vices, Michelle. That's one of them. The blackjack table's one.
That's the
That
other
bar
one.
over there.
I can't
so,
believe that there's a
yeah,
bar. It's
lots.
noon, for God's sake.
Well,
It's Vegas, though,
I know.
right?
By the way, that's funny because now I'm thinking I have seen dudes walking around with beards. Now
Yeah.
I get it.
There you go.
I was at breakfast this morning at that Saginaw's, and I got water. Everybody else is getting
Yeah,
coffee.
sure you did.
Rose.
Yeah, well, and I've got to go to work. But all I'm thinking is, the people in front of us, they order their breakfast and beer. We were drinking and gambling at 3 a.m.
That's fair.
At 9, I was not ready for another beer. Just the thought of it
Wait,
was.
you were up at 3 a.m.?
Yes.
I was.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you up or down?
Well,
Down. I'm
down a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
all right.
It wasn't
A little
horrible.
bit's fine.
But
Little bit's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I landed late. I went upstairs. I put my stuff down. The call of the slots was louder than I could even. But I'm up. I had a good one, and now I'll see how long before I give it all.
So,
back.
so what is your game? What?
So I do Wheel of Fortune, like
Okay.
So I try to not do the high limits anymore because it's too fast.
Right,
Just
right.
feeding it money, and then I like blackjack. So
Okay.
those are the two. That's it.
Okay.
Blackjack I like because you can sit for hours.
Yes.
You can.
Which is nice.
Which last
Or
night.
you can't.
Well, you were there about 15
I mean,
minutes.
sometimes.
It depends. It can go fast, I suppose.
My problem with blackjack is I'm sitting there going, okay, the stack was getting bigger, and then all of a sudden it's getting smaller. It's like, okay, all right, there's my walkaway point.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, all right, let's go. Well, and I had that. I split 8, so I'm
gotta go.
and then it's just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna keep going, and then you realize, well, this last 20 minutes was expensive.
Today
Because we're
will be
living
better.
That's
Yes.
Today will be better.
Positive attitude.
When I'm done here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get one of those stories you only see about on Instagram. The
Yeah.
big
So
win.
if you win $1 million,
That's it.
Michelle, we need to hear about
Everyone here will know.
it. Okay. Good. Good.
Strangers will know about it.
Somehow, if she won $300, I think we're all gonna know about it.
Which is
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes. Well, all right. So we talk about all of us in Vegas and how we are. You were saying during your commercial breaks on Mad Dog,
Yes.
4 minutes, you were literally
Yes.
running downstairs to feed a slot machine
We're doing a
and
project.
get back.
Yeah, we're doing it for science.
Oh, it's science.
Yeah,
it's
it's science.
no, it's
I'm
work.
doing it for science.
Work related.
Because I was like, all right, I'm gonna take $100 at the beginning of the show, and then every 4 minutes. But then I was up 150, and now I'm down. So now I'm overall down just on this little thing,
Yeah.
like $45. But I didn't touch last night's winning. Last night's winnings are safe.
All right, so
Nice.
you're buying dinner.
No.
Oh,
Somebody's buying dinner, but it's not me. I don't know who it is.
crazy. Michelle Beadle joining us here on the Blitz in Las Vegas. Now, you've kind of been all over the place, the FanDuel stuff, the Mad
Yeah.
Dog Radio. Where do you live now?
That's a great question. Most of the time I'm in New York.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I'm in LA, and then rarely I get back down to San Antonio. And which, by the way, I have to say it because I got an email from my old football coach at my old high school. Did not realize how far Bernie Little League had gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna shout them out everywhere because that is amazing.
All right, so
It's nuts.
And you're from Bernie.
Yeah, it's such a
Yeah.
small place. Like, yeah, I gotta say.
Yesterday, watching the game as they beat Nevada
Yeah.
to go to the U.S. Championship game on Saturday, they're talking about Bernie and San Antonio. It was like 31 miles. I'm like, 31
Is it
miles?
really?
I guess maybe downtown to
That's what
downtown.
they're doing.
And
yeah.
then it said famous people from Bernie.
Yeah, who'd they say?
Bill Goldberg was listed first,
That's a good one.
and then George Strait.
He's not from Bernie.
Well,
but
he lives there
now.
now, right?
Does he live
Cordillera,
in Oh,
Yeah.
he does.
right?
But
Is that
he
considered
from
Bernie?
See, that's the problem with this, because when I lived in Bernie, it's like it was just Bernie. Now there's 4 schools per. Like it's like a whole other place. But yeah, I don't know Goldberg yet. I mean, technically, Stone Cold lives out in like the Comfort-ish area.
Yeah.
Count that one too.
Well, Josh Beckett's out there.
Yeah.
Michelle Beadle's from there.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean,
I feel slighted.
You should.
Wait, was this on ESPN?
It was.
It was.
Oh, yeah. They're always for you,
That
right?
explains it, right?
Oh, never mind. I'm never going to make that list.
That's right, because Straight's from San Marcos.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Take it where you can.
Sure.
Blame 'em.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, but at some point you've got to go. But yeah, they play for the U.S.
That's
Championship
awesome.
on Saturday.
That's crazy. What a small little world.
It really is. It's fantastic. You get back to San Antonio much?
No, I'm trying to. Like, it's funny thing is, I keep getting the CPS notices about storms and heat, and I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know if my house is fine. I don't. Somebody should go drive by and make sure it's still there. But yeah, I'd like to once the heat stops.
Gotcha.
So what is that? December?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
You'll be home
For a couple of
Thanksgiving.
weeks.
Exactly. That's actually a good call. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving you'll do it. Although it does lead to a question, and the announcement yesterday from Bill Land.
Yeah.
And a lot of people immediately, well, Michelle Beadle needs to be a part of this.
Sure. That's
Yeah, absolutely. Get Kick on the phone
when I
right
think
now.
of Bill Land, legend.
Yes.
I think no, I was lucky enough to get to do a bunch of Spurs stuff when I first started going back to work, and then hopefully we'll get to do more. But Bill Land is one of, and you guys know this.
Yes.
Like this business has a lot of crappy people in
Yes.
it, across the board, and so he, genuine, beautiful, lovely man. So I wish him all the best in his retirement. Hopefully we get to go have beers with him, because God knows that's how he's going to be living it out. But yeah, who's doing it next? I don't know. I mean, Dan Weiss, that's my pick.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
So Sean will have some
He
say
has
so in
to.
that, right?
He has to. Yeah. And Sean's such an easy, likable, get along guy. Like, I can't imagine there's a world. I mean, who would they bring in he wouldn't like? That would be the thing to figure out, because Sean's so easy too. So yeah, it's a coveted job. Like, Wemby has made everything gold again.
Yep.
So that's cool to watch.
When you think about the addition of Wemby, and I go back, like, his first sit-down interview was with you.
It was amazing.
Where he was then to where he is now, and your national media perspective. I mean, in San Antonio, we feel like we're living it every day. But from your perspective, what has been the growth being in New York, watching what is happening with Wemby and the Spurs?
It's look, I think we've all seen enough sports stars come in with hype who haven't worked out, and then those who have, and he's coming in with more hype than I can remember in a really long time. To watch him grow so quickly, and to mentally just seem to be years above his young embryonic age. Just watching him cry at the Olympics, like, you're 20 years old and you took a French team to the line with a team of all Hall of Famers and legends. Like, there are no tears here. Like, this kid's going to be here for a really long time. And I had somebody text me, a player in the league who I was like shocked to hear from, who goes, he's top 5 now. And I'm like, and this is a guy who's not a big hype buyer. And, most players don't want to really give him that credit yet, because he's a kid, he's from out of the country, all the things that come with that. I'm so obsessed with how this ends. Like, when we were having the argument of, is it Chet Holmgren or Wemby? I was like, this is not even an argument.
It's not.
Like, what are we even talking about right now? And clearly we were all right. Pat on our back. But I'm so excited for everything this future has with him. I hope he goes the way of a Tim Duncan, where he never leaves the city and he's a Spur for life, and that's it.
What is it about San Antonio? David Robinson,
Right.
Tim Duncan, now Wemby.
And our thing with French,
Right?
we got a good picker for the French. It's crazy. I know it's why when, sometimes if the Spurs make moves that the quote unquote national media question, or they ask me about it, I'm like, I've grown to trust the system in San Antonio. I don't have reason not to. And it's, they just kind of have a really good ability to look forward rather than immediately. And I think that's where teams sometimes get in trouble. It's like they want a quick fix, and the quick fix isn't really, I mean, look at the Phoenix Suns. That was supposed to be a team that was going to go to the finals, and that's just not how that played out. So yeah, they're good at this. Spurs are good at this. And so we'll see what the moves are. I mean, my hardest thing was the Chris Paul of it all. As a Spurs fan, he wasn't our favorite.
No, they're
so
sports hate. We've always hated that.
Despise. And so that's going to be fun to watch this season.
But my theory is we root for laundry. If you're wearing the other team's jersey, I'm not a fan. I can sports hate you. You put on our jersey, I will root for you.
You take that jersey off, though, we're right back where we were.
No, I don't see like a Karl Malone. I don't care what jersey he's wearing. I can't.
He's a bad dude.
Yes.
I can't root for him. Yeah, no, the Chris Paul of it all. I once took a hot yoga class with Chris Paul in LA.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You what?
Wait.
Yeah. He was the last one in. I was like, oh God, here we go. So it's just like an amazing moment. By the way, could there be a more LA moment? I once took a hot yoga class with Chris Paul. But yeah, no, didn't acknowledge each other. But we were very aware of each other's existence in the room. Like, yeah, hello. And now he's a Spur.
Yeah.
We saw it coming.
Yeah, but what number is he going to wear?
What is he wearing?
Well, it's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
So they have the introductory press conference. Right. They don't hold up a jersey. They take a photo of him with a basketball covering what the number would be. Keldon at an autograph show last week was asked. And he said, no, I'm going to be number 3 for sure.
For sure.
For sure. He said for sure. And he's not giving up his number.
Good for him.
Yeah.
No, he's got to.
Well, no, he's going to get traded anyway.
Hall of Famer.
God, is that how this is going to play?
Absolutely.
It's been it's drama in San Antonio.
Big. I'm surprised you're not getting text messages.
I know. I'm
about
surprised
this.
I'm not. I mean, we're already almost to September. Doesn't this have to be decided?
It does.
I mean,
soon?
Yeah. Well, at some point, have you ever seen a player introduction where no jersey? No. And my thought was, well, Keldon, has given a number. But you look at the reduced salary that Chris is working for. How much is he going to give up for a number? Or did the Spurs say, hey, don't pay that kid anything. He won't be here when we get to training camp.
I know, but I love Keldon.
Well, he's great.
A great guy.
But he'll be good for somebody else.
Paul has made enough money. He can write a nice check for that number 3 if he really, really wants it. You're also not paying a bunch of taxes like you're used to paying this season. So it just pay the man.
I think that's what Keldon was doing, negotiating through the media. He was negotiating through the media. I'm number 3.
Well,
everybody has.
But Keldon has worn 3: high school, college.
He's a baby.
And big reason why he idolized Chris Paul.
I love when. By the way, we're all so old now that's what's happening. It's like players are playing with guys they idolize. And
yes.
Like the Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant of it all to me is like it's like a buddy cop movie. I want that to be a thing.
I can't believe Kevin Durant's 35 years old.
I can't. It feels like he's been around forever.
Right. I remember. It's like yesterday he came out of Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
And he's still skinny as hell. I don't understand how that happens.
Hot yoga in LA.
Hot yoga in LA. No, I would like if I saw him. It'd be a good sighting.
Well, we'll see. What is your patience level as a Spurs fan on how quickly you want to see this team winning again? I know the whole skipping steps and all that, but dude, I don't know how many more non-losing seasons I can deal with.
Like what's realistic, right? Because I enjoyed last season. And I want to win. Obviously, I love parades. Let's have more parades. But I also was kind of like, okay, we're seeing growth. We're seeing, especially towards the end of the way the season ended, I was like, all right, there's something going on here. This will be fun. I don't know realistically, is 2 seasons too long? It's 3 seasons feels very long to me. 2. I could be patient for.
So if now they should improve obviously this year with Chris Paul, and Wemby himself is going to be better. Mm-hmm. He won't have to looking lost at the beginning of the season like he did last year. So all of that is good, but I don't know if they're still going to be good enough.
I know.
Are we talking playoffs?
Exactly.
Play-in?
Is play-in? Is that a mark?
Yeah.
Is that what we're going for? I mean,
I mean, I'm greedy.
You're like, I want the 4th spot.
Well, and again, I don't know.
Number 1 seed.
I mean, like real playoffs, not a play-in game and one and you're out. I mean,
wow, that's tough.
Look, things happen. People get hurt. You never know.
Well, but I look at Wemby, and every interview you see with that guy, he wants to win. Yeah. He wants to win. And you said you want him to be a Spur for life.
Yeah.
3 years of suckage, and you start looking at contracts, and I know the Spurs could pay him more than anybody else, but at some point, you want to win, and I know he wants to win. I see him, the emotion in losing in a gold medal game.
I know.
I mean,
killed me.
Could he have another season of what if they get 35 wins? Which would be on paper great growth, but
What if we get 40 wins? By the way, I'm totally weeing this.
Yeah, no. I mean,
they signed you.
They're our team. I mean, yeah, when you go back to the Coyote clubhouse, you can say we. You can say we. Yes.
40 wins. Would that be? Do you consider that? What do you think?
If 500.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, and again, I'm greedy, but I see the way that team was playing at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Build off that.
I even though they're short-term help with like Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, and they should be a better team.
I mean, and look, the West is the West.
It's
not
tough.
an easy conference by any stretch of the imagination. So, yeah, it'll be tough, but I do think they've got one whole year under their belts. Wemby has grown exponentially in a short period of time. Fine. 41 wins.
There you go.
All right, that's the goal.
All right, you're the perfect person to ask this because you're an expert in hot yoga.
Sure.
Is Wemby an LA or New York guy?
Golly, he seems more New York to me.
Yeah.
So New York just feels more like cosmopolitan, worldly. More LA is just do I hate living in LA? No, I don't hate it. Is it my favorite place in the world? No, it's not my favorite. There's just a vibe to it, people wise, that you're just like over. Whereas New York, I think, feels more worldly. I'm going to give him New York. Why are we trading him?
Well, no, but I'm just saying. I mean, if he wanted to leave for the brighter lights or a bigger city or what, something like that.
Maybe. I mean, the Knicks are doing great things too, so maybe. But no, we're not giving him away to anyone.
Well, we can't, right?
No. Keep him.
See, we're all playing now. We can't. We can't.
No, we cannot.
We are professionals.
No, they're going to be good again, so they're back to being we.
They're we.
Yes. Then when they're winning, it's we. When they're not making the playoffs, it's those guys.
Those guys.
Oh, my goodness.
Those guys. Michelle Beadle on Mad Dog Radio and everything else that you're doing.
Who knows what's happening this year? Maybe I just do one job instead of 7.
No, you need 7.
I mean, you're not ready for that yet.
She's got 3 homes to pay for.
I've got a 17-year-old dog that's going to live forever. That's the hospital bills.
Absolutely, yes. I know how that is. I do. Plus, you've got slot machines to play.
Dude, you know that I'm itching.
Yes.
It's going to be me and some oldies down there now. Daytime gambling.
Go play.
Save me a seat.
I will.
Yeah, the great Michelle Beadle. Great catching up with you.
Absolutely.
See you near a slot machine soon.
Thank you.